Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the queen of the woke as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you to everyone who has joined me already. I really couldn't do this without you. So I do apologize. The building works are still going on and I still can't dampen the noise anymore. So we'll just have to do our best. Okay, so the Olympics have caused some controversy, and I thought, seeing as it's TikTok Tuesday, we'll take a look at some of the fallout on TikTok. Now, TikTok is, in general, very much a wide range of opinions, but I couldn't actually find very many differing opinions at all on the actual depiction that we got in the Olympic Games. Now, I come from a family of atheists, theists, and agnostics. They are a wide range of beliefs in my family, and even my atheists were saying that this was blasphemous and it shouldn't have bashed the Church of Jesus Christ. That's what they said. It shouldn't have bashed Christianity, shouldn't do that. So that was their opinion. Now, I will talk more about my opinions tomorrow. I'm going to actually do a full video covering the Olympics tomorrow for Woke Wednesday. There are some people who are saying to other people not to worry. This was depicting the feast of Dionysus. This is absolutely fine. It's all good. And I will say this. I don't actually think at the end of the day it matters which you are depicting per se. It is open for interpretation because it is a form of art. So people will interpret it the way that they think it is being depicted. That's what will happen, and we have to remember that. And even if it is doing Greek mythology or the Last Supper, I actually think that you have to be careful when it comes to presenting something for the Olympic Games, because we have a worldwide event that is televised worldwide, and you can become a target for scrutiny for the smallest of things as well as the biggest of things. And I actually also think that had it actually been any other religion that was depicted, aside from perhaps Greek or Christianity, I think there may have been a bit more of a big fallout. Okay, it's time to react to some TikTok.
What went on at the opening ceremony of the Olympics last night was absolutely disgusting. People need to be sacked. Just take a look at these clips in a minute. It is sickening what is happening. It is being pushed in our faces. Drag queens prancing around, men that want to be women. Yeah, fair enough. I'm all for it.
Okay, so I won't actually begrudge them a job, so to speak. So the director has said, it was all about being inclusive. So how far do you take something like that to be inclusive before you ostracize other people's religions and things like that? It's not up for debate. You should have been more sort of generic, I guess you could say, was putting on an epic show of performances. You can have drag queens, I guess, and you can have other performers who are represented in different ways. You just don't need to do it perhaps that way. There are other ways that you can do it.
If that's what you want to be, that's what you want to be. Don't push it in our faces, and do not include kids in it.
Yes. Okay. So there was a child in that, and I find that very problematic. That can't be particularly comfortable. At one point, one of the other adult men is holding this child up and is actually in like a ballroom hold with this child.
Clip at the end of the video, you'll see a child, and she can't be any older than my son, 11 years old. It is absolutely disgusting. She's amongst all of these people prancing around. But just watch these clips before I say anything that will get me banned.
Okay, so I can't actually show you the clips because they're pulling strikes left, right, and center on all the YouTubers. But there you go. And there's a little girl there.
Please let me know what any of that had to do with the Olympics, other than trying to push their agenda. Now you.
Okay, so the most that it would have to do with the Olympics, if we're going down the route of Greece, would be the Feast of Dionysus, if that is what it was truly depicting. The agenda that he's talking about, as far as I know, that wouldn't actually be considered a universal agenda. In some countries, this agenda that he's mentioning would be illegal.
You know it's bad, don't you, when the richest man in the world tweets about it and says this. Look at this tweet. This is excellent. I love Elon Musk. He says, why is this at the Olympics? Exactly, why is it? And then he says he's moving to Mars. Absolutely class, Elon. If you're passing by Stoke-on-Trent on the way, I'll come with you, mate. Like I say, this is not a hate video against drag queens, transvestites, gay people. I've always said, by all means, you are what you are. You've got to be what you want to be. But just don't go forcing it on other people. This child in the video, she's not old enough to make up her own mind what she wants to be. She is being force-fed it. It's been shoved down her throat. So, let me know what you think about this situation. Save.
And I can actually imagine how the child would have felt being put in that situation. Like, would that have been comfortable? The choreography for this, it was more sort of like, rather than, you know, actual sort of hip hop style dancing, it was very, I don't know, it was a lot of gyrating. It felt very sexual, I would say. That's what it felt like to me.
If you don't think symbolism is real, look at what just took place during the opening ceremonies for the Olympics. Here we saw a hidden cloaked figure riding on a horse. Behind him, what would seem totally abnormal is a pair of wings. What do we know about Lucifer and his fall? Well, he was a fallen angel, and 1/3 of the angels rebelled and fell with him. Revelation 6 mentions the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. One references to a white horse as well as a pale horse. So I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and the name of him who sat on it was Death, and Hades followed with him. In Revelation 6, we're told of the beast that rides the white horse. In Revelation 13:3, it tells us, and all the world marveled and followed the beast. And what do we see here? That same cloaked figure riding a white horse. What's behind him? All the nations of the world following after him. This stuff isn't a coincidence. The imagery suggests that it's pointing exactly to the beast or the Antichrist of the book of Revelation.
So what that TikToker was saying was essentially this was extremely well thought out. And I agree that I think it was a lot more well thought out than perhaps what the director was letting on. Be it Christianity or Greek mythology, there is definitely symbolism that has been taken from it.
Well, black and white sports fans, we need to talk about the disaster that is the 2024 Summer Olympics. Now, the games are just starting, but everybody seems to be out on the Summer Olympics based on what happened during the opening ceremonies, guys. I mean, the backlash was immense. I mean, Paris, a complete flop of wokeness infiltrated the opening ceremonies, guys. I mean, drag queens galore. I mean, simulated gay threesomes. It was disgusting. Everybody is destroying the Summer Olympics, guys. Now, to the athletes out there, I guess I can say good luck to you, but guess what? A whole bunch of people will not be watching, guys. Once they actually mocked Jesus and his disciples during the Last Supper, that was the final straw, guys. That was the ultimate insult. You see, guys, they actually did that because I was actually reading it, saying that they wanted to be more inclusive. However, they were actually being exclusive. Because if you're a Christian, man, you can actually be mocked. And then Christians said, oh, enough. We're not going to take this, guys. Things are so bad now, guys. So bad, guess what happened? The Olympics official YouTube channel actually deleted the opening ceremony, guys.
It's true.
Yes, they panicked.
And they're going around and they are striking all the channels that feature any clips of the Olympics, which is why I haven't been able to show you what it is.
They absolutely panicked, guys. They are getting crushed everywhere. It's so bad, guys, that a major sponsor, they said, nope, we're out. We're not going to advertise during the Olympics.
People wonder why, like Van Gogh or however you say his name, paints the way that he paints because, you know, of his color usage and all of that. You know, they interpret that in different ways. But a lot of people have this also theory that he was colorblind, which is why he painted the way that he did. But it's still open for the interpretation. So, like I say, the art is open for interpretation. And the general consensus of how people have interpreted it is that it's depicting the Last Supper, the apostles. People have said that as blasphemous, and shortly after that, there was a mass blackout in Paris. So there was copyright music behind this, but I'll read it out to you instead. So major power outages occur in Paris 24 hours after drag queens mock God during the opening ceremony. God is not to be mocked. Whatever a man sows, he will reap. So yes, there was a mass power outage after the Olympics. Breaking the streets of Paris have plunged into darkness after the mockery of Jesus Christ at the Olympics. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, that he will also reap. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Paris power outage. Only thing with power is the church. You cannot mock God and get away with it. God will prevail. Now, a lot of people, of course, will say, well, that was just a coincidence. But read into that what you will. So there you have it. There's the TikTok fallout, so to speak. They are just a small number of representation that I could find for you. Go and check out some others on there. There are loads on there. Some of them were way too long to put onto here. I will be back covering the Olympics tomorrow with a bit more details and a bit more of my opinions put into it. Let me know what you think of the opening ceremony of the Olympics. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Chat about it, don't shout about it. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Bye-bye.